As things stand now, we've never had a platform that lends itself so well to PC ports. We've never had a platform that boasts the technical specs of Microsoft's Xbox. However, with the game we're looking at now, Morrowind, it has to be noted that there are still major hurdles that programmers face in porting the game down to a console. Hurdles that unfortunately haven't been overcome in this game. It actually does sadden me to say that if we're going to talk about Morrowind in the Xbox, we have to highlight the bugs that it has. In truth, the game's pretty much infested with them. If you've played the game, you'll have seen one of the loading screens which details it's a dangerous place in Vanderfield and you should save often. Never a truer word was spoken. The fact is, the most dangerous foe you're up against in this game are those invincible, invisible giant bugs that conspire to ruin your gaming experience by trapping your leg on a mountain or throwing you out of a room through a wall into a black expanse of nothingness. Or my particular favourite, deviously intercepting your save game and scrubbing it from the hard drive and not even having the decency to scream, "I like it!" in your face. Just to put into perspective the criticisms I'm making here, they're criticisms from a guy who's put at least a conservative estimate, mind, at least I'm doing Morrowind Game of the Year, mum! Sorry about that, consolevaniacs. At least 150, 200 hours of game time into the first release of Morrowind, which was out around 15 months ago on the Xbox. And it's during that huge amount of game time that you peel back the layers of Morrowind and pick holes in things like the less than perfect method of levelling up, or the inadequate amount of dialogue in the game, be it verbal or text. But for a large stretch of time, probably longer than the entire length of most RPGs, Morrowind is an impressive outing. If you can force yourself to concentrate less on the usual RPG obsessions like levelling up, then you'll find many hours of joy-filled discovery, because it's in the pursuit of the higher stats that the game begins to unravel. You'll quickly notice the game is a doddle, and after you reach about level 15, 16, you won't really have much trouble with any opponent. You'll also find that money is far too easy to come by in the game. With the addition of the island of Solheim from the original PC add-on pack of Blood Moon, you might find some challenges in the new adversaries, but again, if you're above that is about level 20ish, you should be well equipped to handle the challenge. If you played the first release to death like what I did, and think that you can trip to the new sections with your level 70 odd character or however high you went, and get a challenge, then you'll be disappointed. Even with the newly added difficulty slider, you won't get much of a scrap from anything. There'll just be more areas for you to wander around in. Let's have a look at the visuals of the game here. I don't know how it manages it. It's both ugly and... oh, there's some lovely visuals there, in fact, just for example. But it manages to be both ugly and beautiful at the same time. At first it's kinda quite deceptive because the open expanse of the game blinds you to the fact that the draw distance isn't that great. The water's still lovely though, as you can see. You'll also notice throughout the game that in a lot of interiors, most in fact, the light levels are quite low, which helps mask the fairly average detail levels. When you get further in the game, you can use magic to improve your sight under low levels, but this does result in you playing a far uglier game and less atmospheric in a lot of places. You should also be aware that when increasing your stats with magical items, I like that it can highlight a lot of the bugs in the game, and I can show this to you by loading up one of my more recent saves from a high level character. No. Oh. Morning. Right then, this is the result of hours and hours and hours of gameplay, and this guy is about level 75ish, and he moves at a fair pelt. He's got fairly decent gear, and he's quite flash with the cash. As I've already said, there isn't much of a challenge left in the game at this level. You'll think there must be something good about this game. You played it for long enough, you uber-geek, and you're right. Morrowind is a very, very ambitious game. Rockstar papped us in a city and said do what you like, and we wandered around and we did what we like, and it was fun for some reason. Bethesda have given us an environment that's what, 15-20 times the size of Grand Theft Auto, and it's fun for exactly the same reason. Essentially Morrowind is a wanderer. When you first dip into Morrowind, it's quite difficult to appreciate just what large a game environment is at your disposal. The fact is, if you're the type of person that treats every game purchase as a challenge to your gaming prowess and are dissatisfied when a title doesn't cater for your hunger for dense gameplay, then you don't want to buy Morrowind. It doesn't deliver immersive gameplay, it does deliver an immersive game world. Anyway, you've looked at it, I've said some unflattering and flattering things about it, probably not in equal balance, but I think the fact probably is, even if there were no negatives in this review, some people just don't have the patience for this type of experience. If it's the case you've seen the footage and you feel drawn to the possibility that there may be a couple of hundred hours of gameplay in this game waiting for you, then you may as well give it a bash. It's only 30 quid. But if you don't feel that way, then don't buy it.